Hey guys, so we're back with the sweet potatoes, and last time I showed you harvesting. So right now I'm going to show you how to plant the sweet potatoes. And as you can see with this clump, I harvested these slips about a week ago, and then I soaked them in water, just like water up to here, which I change every 2 or 3 days, because I like for them to root out a little bit before I plant them. It's not crucial that you do this. You can actually just take cuttings from the slips and directly sow them that day, but I think it gives them a little bit of a head start. So I like to do that, and I tie them together with banana twine and then just label them whichever slips I have. These are Okinawans here. What I'm going to show you planting right now is some of our garnet yam slips. So if you come over here, I like to, this is the one time on the farm when we actually disturb the soil. We lightly till it in order to make 2 mounds, because kumara or sweet potato like to grow in mounds, whereas if you're growing regular potatoes, you want to plant them in trenches and then mound them up. So different families, they have different growing preferences. A lot of people, it's a common mistake. They think that you plant a sweet potato and just let it grow and that's how you get a sweet potato, because that's what you do with normal potatoes. But this is actually that you take a cutting from a sweet potato that's already growing and you plant this cutting, and that's how you get more sweet potatoes. And they like to grow on the top of mounds, whereas regular potatoes like to grow in the bottom of the trench, and then you mound it up from there. So in order to plant these, so I've taken my, you call this a slip, you take your slip, and my auntie in New Zealand, when she plants her kumara, she always plants them in a J shape, just like that, facing east. So Haleakala is east, sorry, for us. So all you're gonna do, they go about 2 feet apart. Just dig down into your trench a little bit and just kind of keep it in your J shape, and then just backfill. And that's about it. Just lightly tamp down and then water them in pretty much as soon as they're planted. I like to lay mine out and then just plant them all at once. It's quicker that way. And then we will mulch this. We don't use wood chips on this because when we dig them up, the wood chips get mixed back into the soil, which can kind of bind up the carbon. So we actually use usually like hay or grass clippings, even banana leaves or things that you can pull out after. Once the sweet potatoes grow in, they create such a dense cover that it just shades the ground itself, but it is nice to have a little bit of protection. So keep them watered well for at least a week, like daily waterings after you plant them. And don't be surprised if there's a little bit of dieback. Sometimes they get a little stressed, especially if it's a hot sunny day. But that's why, again, if you root them for a week before planting, it gives them a little bit of a head start. So yeah, that's it for sweet potato plantings. And if you have any questions, let us know. Cutting the slips is super easy. We can do that in a different video, but it's pretty straightforward. So good luck planting.